Everyone, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today, your boy did it again. So let's go ahead and let's make our way downstairs. Had to bring back the, what do we call it? The starter hallway or whatever the case. But yeah, so we've got a couple of quick updates for y'all here on the channel. We'll take you through, we're putting some new stuff up around, but I'll give you guys a quick update on a few things. Number one, White Oscar's doing pretty good. You'll notice it's just the White Oscar. We'll get to that. Yes, I took the Black Oscar out. I didn't exactly, it looks different now, but when I first put them in here, I didn't change some things around. So they fought a little bit, and I just figured I'm so close to getting the 110 ponds up and running. I'm just gonna keep them separate until the 110 ponds. It's going to be a completely new environment. Let's just wait till then. If we come over here and we check out the Oscars in the big 75, you'll notice that I believe the lighting is different since last time you all saw it. We got the Hydro lights on there now. And yeah, there's some pretty sweet stuff that is going on in the house. I'm gonna be doing a video about it actually, but just to, let's say, tease it a little bit. Hey Siri, under the sea. So yeah, we'll be talking a little bit more about how to make your aquariums pretty sick. Hey Siri. Oh, they didn't hear me. Hey Siri. Resurface. There we go, and we're back to normal. But that's not the point of today's video. Today, the point of the video, much like many others, is the garage fish room. Now, if you'll notice, there are some stark differences to the last time that you saw the garage. And that 55 was not there this morning, but it is now. And if you notice, I've got an air line going into that one. I've got an air pump rather going into that aquarium and a net on top. Why, you ask? Well, if you read the title of the video, you probably saw that we are going on another rescue, rehome, whatever you want to call it. We are getting another new fish, and they're going to go in that 55 right behind me. And it's a fish that I've been wanting to keep for a while. And when I originally got into the fish keeping hobby, I wanted to be responsible and not keep one because, to be frank, I didn't have the space for it. Now, with me getting into monster fish and eventually going to be having very large capacities of water for said fish, yeah, I'm excited for this one. I don't know what I did for the thumbnail or whatever, but you'll probably see it. Max Perry, they're doing pretty well as well. He's being a derp in the back there, and Perry is the lovable platinum nugget. But the biggest change is not actually the tilapia aquarium. Now, granted, I am missing one of the sponge filters because it's going in the 55 for the time being, because it's already pre-seeded. But these guys, I experienced not a crazy amount of loss. And the tank cycled, so I was looking into some stuff, and I noticed it was not the incredibly small fish, not the medium fish, and not the large or the extra large fish. It was the smallish fish. And yeah. Noticed that I had an ick breakout in the tank, but I don't think they were dying from ick. That might have just made them more susceptible to die off. Now, granted, the ones that did die off, I do believe are hybrids. So, of course, with any kind of hybrid fish, you're going to have some issues. Now, these were hybrids between blue tilapia, white tilapia, and red tilapia. So they had a great fighting chance, but unfortunately we did have some losses in the tilapia aquarium. But the biggest change out here for real this time is the Black Oscar aquarium. Now, if you can spot him, then you are definitely keen-eyed among. You can now see him moving around. Love how the greenery is turned out in here. I am taking the Val out of this aquarium, the Val that's floating in that aquarium, and then one of the small and one of the big Val from Max's aquarium, and I'm going to put it into this aquarium just so that way we have plants and everything. Because as you can see, the Java Fern and, for the majority, the Hornwort is doing pretty good, but that Val is melting off a little bit, so I'm going to see if I put it in a different tank with its own ammonia. and nitrates to be able to feed it if it's going to do a little bit better. But enough blabbing on. I've already talked your ear off for 5 minutes, giving you a quick update on the garage fish tank. Let's go get the fish that's going to be in here, and let's set up the 55 a little bit more. Okay, so we've got it all situated, and of course you're gonna see the sloppy freaking out in the background just off of the reflection, but I mean, this is the setup. Now, again, depending on how I did, you know, the thumbnail and things like that, let me know, what do you think is going in here? Just based off of this. We've got some rocks, we've got a nice little rock hide. Not exactly in love with how that looks, but like all of my tanks, it's a work in progress. I mean, the tilapia looks nothing like the last video that you saw it in, but yeah, just put down in the comments below what you think this could be right now. It'll be tweaked around. It'll also have another sponge filter eventually, but this is all good to go. The 55 is up and running. I'm not going to run the wave maker. We've got the old light on there because I'm okay with a little bit of a low light situation, but what we can do is let's move a little bit of stuff over here and let's pop it on down, and let's go ahead and see what we've got. So we'll pop this open. He is looking good to go, or it is looking good to go, whatever the case. And come on, buddy. No, don't freak out. Okay, well, yeah, he got, the reason that scene was cut so short, his barb got stuck. So again, if, you know, me saying barb, and this is very cloudy right now because of all the air bubbles and also just a little bit of sand getting kicked up and stuff, but you can kind of see back there, and he, she, whatever, is going to be frustrated with me for doing this, but you can see back there, if it focuses on the right thing, it's a pleco. So if you guessed pleco, then you were right. Little buddy got caught in the net. With how just messy the tank is right now, it's not going to be the greatest. And of course, new environment, scared, completely understand. So I went ahead, and that was a pre-seeded sponge filter, hence why I could just do day one setup of the 55. I did dose it with some more of the live bacteria from Fritz, the Fritzyme, not the Turbo Start, just the normal stuff. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let it be. The lights are gonna turn off in 11 minutes, so it's gonna be a little bit, you know, more with the light. I'm gonna throw an algae wafer in there just because, and then I'll shoot another quick update for you guys. You'll see it in a second, but real time it'll be tomorrow morning, and the wave is still off. I'm going to have the wave maker off for the first night to let it get acclimated, but I'll throw the lid on there and, you know, snap of the fingers. I'll see you tomorrow morning. And we're here the next morning, just like that. Now, little dude has actually gone all over the place. I threw a wafer in there, and I was concerned because I came in this morning and it wasn't eaten. Yeah, for whatever reason, he didn't want to eat last night, which makes sense. And man, this still got crap all over the outside. But yeah, he ate today, and that is evidence by, if we zoom in, he got fish doo-doo all over the place. Mans was just going to town. Speaking of which, there he is. You can kind of see him there. Of course, with the glass being so dirty, it's going to focus on anything but. And you got Max to the side. But yeah, little dude's doing pretty well in there. He's hanging out by the heater, which is always with plecos a little worrisome, just because, of course, you know, with the plecos, especially common plecos, it's not rare to see what's called heater burns. So I'll watch him and I'll see, but he is just colored up beautifully in this aquarium. And since it's the next day, we're gonna go ahead and turn on the wave maker. So you'll start to see the valve moving around, and even the pellet that was not completely eaten is now gonna move around. But yeah, so this will get all of the waste, and you'll see that, of course, it's gonna get all cloudy and we'll clean the glass off and it'll look a little bit better. But it's going to start circulating some things. Stuff will get stuck to the sponge filter. There's going to be a pile of stuff somewhere. If we check out the Oscar aquarium, with the wave maker on, his waste piles up in one area, which is really good. And just as a little treat for you guys, let's go ahead and take the shop lights, and I'm going to put one on top of the other. This is way easier with two hands, but sure, we'll do that. And just as a nice little added benefit of you all staying to the end of the episode, we'll take the polycarbonate lid off for just 1 second. And let's go ahead and feed these bad boys so you guys can see a little bit of a tilapia feeding frenzy going on, because they have not eaten yet today. Lights just came on a little bit ago, and they are having the time of their lives. But yeah, so the algae wafers that I feed the tilapia will also be used for the pleco. And don't worry, before everyone gets up in arms in the comments, I do understand that plecos are carnivorous. It's not just algae wafers. Yes, they will be also eating sinking pellets. I might use the tilapia ones. I'll check protein. I also have these sinking cichlid gold pellets that I use for Max and Perry that I might throw in there as well. But yeah, we'll see. But until next time, hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with everything, and I will see you, not quite yet. Also, this was the aquarium I got him in. This is a 1 gallon. I think it was just the quarantine aquarium, but just PSA. Please don't do this. Also, don't put him in a 55. He will stay in here just for a little while until he goes into either the 110 to grow out a little bit more, or he goes into a big 330. But that'll be in the future. But until next time, hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.